poetry trendsetters. My name's Filet Mignon, and this is Medium Rare Poetry. Speaking of trendsetters, Australians are incredibly inventive, and back in the 1980s, when our local councils replaced our old metal rubbish bins with bulk waste disposal containers, we coined the term wheelie bin. Much easier to understand. Now, I'm retired, and when one is retired, one loses track of the days, especially when one is in this room most of the time, which is 2 metres by 2 metres. My wife feeds me under the door and lets me out twice a day for toilet breaks. But on one day of each week, I'm allowed out to put out the wheelie bins. And so that's how I keep track of the weeks. Today's poem honours that tradition.
Where's You Bin by Filet Mignon. There's a great Australian pastime, though some think it's a chore. It's kind of like a ritual no Aussie can ignore. It's tightly regulated by the ones who know things best. Obedient we must be, and ye shall not forget. It spawns some competition in every town and street. There are deadlines to adhere to that sets one's heart to beat. And should you miss your time slot, you're labelled with your sin, the idle man forgoing to present his wheelie bin. This long and proud tradition, a disposal pedigree, of our rubbish being whisked away for no one else to see. There once were lines of metal cans, much smaller than today's, where footy stars on training runs would take your trash away. Evolving mad consumers with more rubbish to discard, with ever-mounting refuse piling up in our backyards. The wheelie wonders line the street in rows like monoliths, just like the Easter Island heads amassed along the cliffs. And can these monsters wholesome gear an endless appetite? Adorn yourselves with safety boots and squash it down real tight. With clippings from your shrubbery and lethal thorny roses, just jam them in and trucks will render bloodless quick disposal. Sometimes it is a struggle just to drag it to the verge, 'cause over-packaged wheelies cause Titanic to submerge. Then in the early hours, 'neath your blankets you recoil, as powerful hydraulics make light work of all your soil. An overzealous pruning can result in excess load, so you check for spare capacity in bins along the road. This must be done in secret, not enlightened by the sun, a surreptitious mission as you ply your midnight run. Summer is the busiest, for barrows pushed at night, in search of extra spaces as your bin is packed up tight. "Good evening, George," you mutter. "Oh, good evening to you, Fred. Your cover is exposed tonight, so that is all that's said." A modern day invention is the yellow-lidded bin. Recycling is attractive as we all do the right thing. This too can form a stigma with the neighbours and their cheek. The crashing sound of bottles can reveal a misspent week. But they are only jealous of your free and easy life, while nestled in your bungalow, avoiding any strife. The final competition is to grab your empty bin before some lazy mongrel dumps his prawn shells there within.
I note that George Orwell never foresaw, in his book 1984, the invention of the wheelie bin. Poor lad. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and just before you go, please subscribe and click the like button and share this video with your friends. And you have a marvellous, marvellous time, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.